Alright guys, Fula coming to you with another video. I'm still very excited about what transpired this past weekend. I'm very happy, despite the fact that the judges tried to literally steal the fight from the guy who should have won the fight. After rewatching it, you realize Canelo was not hitting anything. Bivol made the adjustments, like I said, to that uppercut. He kind of just, took a like inch and a half step back once he saw it coming, and then that was that. That's what happened. That's what Bivol did. He just, he took the initiative. He's like, his coach said, okay, he's throwing that uppercut. Watch out for it, right? And that's what happened. That's exactly what happened. And lo and behold, he was defeated. Canelo was defeated, and that was that. Now, fast forward, some news has came out. Some news that even surprised me. I'm like, oh, really? Is that right? That Bivol said he'll move down to 168 and take the rematch. He'll move down to 168. He said he would move down to 168, and he said he'll take his belts from him at that weight class. And I'm like, yo, now this is daring to be great right here. This is what's daring to be great. Because here's the thing. Canelo, man, that dude walks around like that. I think like he walks around like at I think he walks around like at 190, 200. So he already walks around at that weight. The fact that he walks around, this is a walk around weight for him, goes to show you what kind of time he's on, bro. I'm telling you. So, with that being said, if Bivol does something like this, bro, I'm gonna I don't know what to do anymore. I wouldn't know where to put him. I mean, because when you look at it, pound for pound, it's kind of objective to a lot of people. My pound for pound could be different from someone else's pound for pound, right? But if he does something like that, if he decides, you know what, I'm just gonna drop down and fight him at that weight class, because as crazy as it sounds, though, that was one of the things that he wanted to do before, believe it or not. There was a time before where he wanted to fight at he said he'll meet Canelo at 168, and this was a while back. This is when Canelo decided to pick the cherry of Rocky Fielding. That's when that fight happened. And this is when Canelo was like, okay, yeah, I'll fight whatchamacallit? I'll fight Rocky Fielding, right? You remember that. You remember how that fight went. It wasn't much of a fight at all. It was a sparring match. And Canelo knew that too. Canelo knew that that was going to be the case, right? But me personally, I think that Bivol just has Canelo's number, and I kind of knew that, Bivol had Canelo's number, bro. I just kind of knew from the get-go. I wasn't quite sure if he was, if he would have folded, but he didn't fold. He stayed poker face. And the fact that he wants to entertain a rematch, you know, this is heavy. You know, not only does he want to entertain a rematch, he wants to whatchamacallit, actually entertain a rematch at the weight class where Canelo claims he feels more comfortable. I mean, either way, you know, either or whatever weight class, I don't think it matters much. I just think that, you know, Bivol has Canelo's number. That's just it. You know, you know, there ain't nothing Canelo can do when it comes to Bivol. You know, again, when you have a certain style, but you have something else with that style, when you have the extras that I like to call them, then that's what's gonna happen. You know, you're gonna end up exposing people. And that's just what happened, man. You know, Canelo got exposed for what he was. And what I've been telling people what he was, man. Been telling y'all this in previous videos, what Canelo was. You know, y'all just didn't want to believe me because, you know, and you even had these black channel holders trying to like cap for him. And I'm like, get the hell out of here, bro. Listen, man, you know, and as a final note, I can only imagine what Demetrius Andrade would do to Canelo. I mean, Demetrius Andrade is a boxer like Bivol. He just has a different type of aggression. And those looping shots that Canelo was throwing, Demetrius Andrade got those, but he has them behind the jab. And that jab would be in Canelo's face all night long and would be followed up with some looping shots that he wouldn't see coming. And, you know, even Demetrius Andrade said he would hit Canelo with some shit he's never been hit with before. Yeah, I believe it, you know. And, you know, it just is what it is, man. Canelo ducked that guy. Canelo ain't gonna fight David Morrell. We already know that. I could have won, you know, Charlo, no disrespect to both of, well, I'm not a Charlo fan, but when it comes to David Benavidez and Charlo, they're kind of tailor-made for Canelo. They would just stand there and trade. They wouldn't like measure distance or anything like that. And me personally, I'm not into those type of fighters. I'm not into dudes that just stand there and trade. Even people want to call Arthur Beterbiev. And I'm a fan of Arthur Beterbiev, by the way. People think that Arthur Beterbiev is just this come forward, seek and destroy guy. But if you watch how he fought Bostic, that wasn't the case. He played the game of inches very, very well. Sent that dude to retirement. And that's crazy that, you know, I hate to bring politics into this, but it was a Russia-Ukraine thing. And, you know, Russia came up on top. And you know, if we do a video about Russia-Ukraine, I'm going to have the same energy too. That Russia, Chechnya, you know, Dagestan will come up on top. You know, that's why I say Ahmed Sima. But anyhow, man, that's all I got for now. Leave your thoughts, leave your comments. Fuller signing out. John.